The original piece, Kindred Spirits, was made, to reflect on the 1847 donation to Ireland during the famine by the Choctaw Nation, first Native American nation. I realized that visually and sculpturally, the work is also communicating something else. And that is the idea of sort of standing together against adversity, I suppose, because there's these histories of colonialism and oppression shared by Native American Indians and Ireland as well.
Since 2015, Alex Pentek's sculpture Kindred Spirits has graced the pathways of McKinley Park in Middleton, County Cork, Ireland.
I chose the exact spot there and was in that general area where they were hoping to put a piece of sculpture. It's been really interesting placing the sculpture there because now there's a destination at this location and people use it for that.
Well, Oneida ESC Group is owned by the Oneida Nation, which is located here in Wisconsin, and we're very excited about the opportunity. Whenever you have a piece that stands out, that I think it will really stand out, it'll be a conversation piece, the first of possibly many. And this takes those types of big pieces that really gets the conversation rolling.
33 years ago, I was a mother to a 2-year-old, married to an artist, and saw the creative process 24/7. At the same time, I was writing poetry and art criticism. And I saw what the impact of the power of art can do to people and places. I'm looking at this monumental, beautiful Kindred Spirits sculpture, not as a memorial, but as a celebration of life, of the American Indian 12 tribes and the American Indian people.
In the age of activism and the age of pulling monuments down that didn't have the right narrative, they're going to start putting monuments up.
Sharon Wyant Leonard is the author of the book I Will, which tells the story of 4 members of the American Indian movement, most notably Herb Powless and Dorothy Ninham of Milwaukee. Wyant was honored for her work by the public arts nonprofit City Arts, led by philanthropist C.P. Ben-Haim.
Every year, City Arts selects an educator, artist, and a philanthropist to honor them for making a difference through the arts. Sharon was a very natural honoree for us to award, simply because of her book, I Will. I Will gives us an opportunity to look into the lives and the traditions and culture of American Indian people, the way I never seen it before. It is told in a very poetic, soulful way, human way. She brings up the humanity in every one of her characters.
Who could possibly object to these beautiful cultures and say 50 states all the time and not say Kickapoo, Cheyenne, Passamaquoddy, Creek, Cherokee, Cheyenne, Comanche? The people here, the 12 nations that live in this area, they shouldn't have to honor themselves. I've coined an expression I stand by: all roads lead to Milwaukee.
And Milwaukee was a black and white world, and red was nowhere, red wasn't seen.
On August 14, 1971, a group of American Indians, led by Herb Powless, Dorothy Ninham's husband, occupied the abandoned Coast Guard station at McKinley Park. They cited a centuries-old treaty that stated that abandoned federal property must be given back to the original owners. Through broad community support and Herb's strong connections in Washington, the government did just that. This is where Milwaukee's Kindred Spirits is proposed to be built.
Yeah, I think the Kindred Spirits of America, it would celebrate a moment in time and memorialize what those events are.
It's probably one of the first things right that the government did was to start giving our land back. They've taken everything from us. Why do we have to struggle so hard to be heard, to even exist? And we thought we had to do something that was drastic, something that would get attention. We just wanted to say, you know what? We're the owners of this country. We're the landlords of this Mother Earth on this part. Let's get back and claim it, and we did.
It's good to be reminded that people had that courage.
So when Perry Muckerhide, got in contact with me about this history, and it fitted with that overall theme, of basically standing up against diversity, standing together and making a voice. That was really what sort of attracted me to this idea that this would actually fit to Milwaukee, but it would still physically be a sister sculpture to the original Kindred Spirits